Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and in this video I'm going to show you guys exactly why Bitcoin is currently dead and what is currently happening for Bitcoin, and I will give you guys my analysis because Bitcoin is right now doing something really weird that I have not seen in a long time, and this is actually kind of crazy. The last time we have seen this was a really long time ago. So if I look at this chart right here and we look at the volume right here, then we can see that the volume has been on a crazy decline since the start of the year all the way to where we're trading at right now. The volume has been really low. And of course, in the last few months we've already seen really low volume months, but after that we have always seen a massive 10 to 15% move after the volume was so low. We always saw a massive move to the upside, but right now we are trading in the longest sideways period we have seen all the way since 2023, and basically if you don't count this, because this was still a pretty big volatility, then it was all the way back since 2020. And if we look at the Bollinger Band's width right here, actually here, this indicator right here, then we can see that we are currently at volatility as low as we have never ever seen. If I actually simply take a line and we take it right here, we can see that we have never seen such low volume for Bitcoin. Even in our last bear market, the volume was higher and the volatility was higher as well. Right now, Bitcoin is just not doing much at all. We are seeing some price action going up and then after that immediately going down again. It's been the same for a really long time ago. Also, if we look at this chart right here, this is the 5-minute chart on Binance, then we can actually see how low the volume is, because the biggest crypto exchange right now is still Binance, but Binance is right now showing us dead candles. And if you don't know what dead candles are, it are candles right here, those candles that just don't have a body or wick. And these are candles because the volume is so low and the price and the Bitcoin volume was in those 5 minutes so low that the price couldn't even go $1 higher or lower, which means that the candle just opened and closed at the exact same spot, meaning we got a dead candle. And this is the exact thing that is happening right now because the volume is just so low. You know that once the biggest crypto exchange out there can't even open and create a 5-minute candle without any big volume at all to move the price up even $1, that means that the Bitcoin is right now dead, really dead. And I'm saying dead, and you probably think, well, is it over? Well, it's not actually over, it's just currently dead. That means that we are right now in a waiting and consolidation phase, meaning that we are right now waiting on the ETFs. Talking about ETFs, yesterday we got pretty big news about the ETFs, and of course yesterday we finally saw a little bit of volume. We can see right here, we saw a spike to the upside. This was about a 1% move right here, which was really decent. And I was actually hoping for a massive move to the upside because this is really big news. The news we got was SEC will not appeal court decision on Grayscale's #Bitcoin ETF or Bitcoin ETF. If you don't know what this means that the Grayscale ETF, the SEC will just not attack Grayscale anymore, and they won't be able to make any lawsuits against them anymore. They won't be able to deny the ETF simply because they don't have a reason for it, because the SEC previously had some reasons why they are delaying or denying the ETFs, because some things were not filled in right or some documents were not right. However, currently we are right now seeing that the SEC just is not capable of finding anything wrong with the ETF, which means that the ETFs right now are 100% going to be approved, and we don't really know yet. However, this was of course for the Grayscale ETF. They didn't find any issues with the Grayscale ETFs, so they couldn't also deny them anymore, which means that right now we are just simply waiting for the last deadline. All they can do right now is delay it, which they of course already did on the 11th of November. The third deadline was, however, they already delayed it much before that. However, currently our last and final deadline for the Grayscale ETF is right here, the 10th of January 2024, and the chances of an ETF being approved just before that, and then of course for the Grayscale one, is probably going to be 99%. So the chances of us getting an ETF approval for Grayscale right now is so freaking big that they will just be approved before the 10th of January, because the SEC doesn't have a reason why they will deny it. And if they will deny it, then that means that they're just denying it for no reason, and they could go to court with it, of course Grayscale, which they already did, and then that would escalate really quickly. But yeah, right now it seems like we are getting an ETF approval. It's basically already priced in. 10th of January is going to be when we get an ETF approval, and just remember that we are going to get the craziest and biggest candle of your lifetime once we finally get an ETF approval. It's going to be crazy. You need to be ready for that, and I will definitely be ready for it as well. Once we get an ETF approval, I will immediately make a video about it, because it's going to be one of the biggest pumps you will ever see in your life. So yeah, if you want to trade big pumps, trade crypto and altcoins, then right now you can go to the first link in the description. I also have it in the banner right there. But if you right now go to the first link in the description, you will literally get $30,000 in deposit rewards completely for free. Sign up right now, first link in the description for Bybit. Really good exchange. Now that was about the ETFs. If you now just look at some analysis right here, Bitcoin is still trading in this range on the 1-day time frame. We all know that we tried to break this, but it didn't happen. And this is now our next big area of resistance. We have been trying to break through this for so long right now, and it just is not capable of doing it. We are right now still in an uptrend. However, the second we break this white line right here, we are not in an uptrend anymore. And this means that we are going to go to the downside. And like I said before, there is a massive chance that if we retest this green box once more, then that we are going to break all the way to the downside with a target at $20,000. Because Bitcoin has just been testing this support line for so long right now that once we test it once more, it's going to be really not strong at all. It's going to be really not strong. It's going to be like a cracker. It's going to break, and we are going to go to the downside with a target of $20,000. So yeah, this support line is not strong at all at the moment. The more we test it, the less strong it gets. Of course, we all know how that works. So yeah, right now we are basically just waiting for us to break to the downside, because I just don't see a reason why we are right now going to the upside other than an ETF. So yeah, for now we are just waiting, but it seems like Bitcoin wants to go to the downside and just create some lower lows and then just go to 20k, and from that level we can see an ETF approval. Because remember, we are still 3 months away from that final deadline. So yeah, we have a lot more room to go down. So of course, don't immediately go short right now. Also immediately don't go long right now. Just wait till we get a break to the upside of this range, of course, right here, or potentially a break to the downside of this range. That is currently what I am doing, at least. And if we get an ETF approval, make sure to stay up to date about it. Then you can definitely long that, because that's going to be the craziest candle you will ever see in your life. So yeah, that is currently all I have for you guys right now. Sorry if my explanation was a little bit worse than other videos, but that's because I was a little bit sick right now in the last few days, but I still wanted to make a video. So I would really appreciate it if you could like this video, guys, subscribe to my channel, and I hope I still gave some useful information you can use in your own trading. That being said, guys, I would really appreciate, like I said already, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I hope I will see you in my next YouTube crypto video.